Alright guys, welcome back to another video. So today we're down here at my pond, or actually I should say tonight because it's like 7 o'clock right now. And we have the crawfish slash minnow trap. I actually usually use it for minnow trapping because it has those smaller holes. If you can see right there, that's normally meant for minnows, not for crawfish. But I actually lost my crawfish trap. So on one side of this, I decided just to use wire cutters and make that hole big enough so now crawfish can get in there. Hopefully it's still effective, and yeah, we're gonna be trying to do a crawfish catch and cook with whatever we catch tonight in this trap right here. So what I got for bait is just a little bit of dog food that I stole out of my dog's bowl, and this little creek chub right here that I found with a hole in it. So honestly, that should be just fine. Get the ants out of it for bait. So I'm gonna use that and dog food for bait. Dog food. There you go. Okay. And then this 2-year-old dead minnow with a hole in its gut right there, like I said, which honestly for crawfish is exactly what you want for bait. So just in case they're not in the mood for dog food, they always have a nasty little minnow in there to chew on. So this one just like that. Simple. Gonna throw it right in there. Now I actually usually throw these crawfish traps in like creeks, like the creek over there, the creek over there, or the creek over there. There's creeks everywhere. But I'm actually gonna try to throw it in this main pond today. Hopefully they'll still be attracted even though this is such a bigger area, because I just saw a random crawfish crawling across the bank this morning. So that's when I figured, why not throw the trap in here? So I think I'm gonna throw it right next to all these reeds and grass and mud and crap, which is exactly where all these crawdads are gonna be wanting to hang out. So I'll throw it like somewhere right, actually maybe over here. Oh! That terrified me. Alright, big old bullfrog. Bullfrog catch and cook probably coming up in the next catch and cook in the coming probably week or two. So I'm going to try to throw this right in that little gap right there, because I know all the crawdads are going to be hanging around here waiting to ambush something or crawl into a nice juicy trap and then get turned into nice juicy snacks for me later tomorrow morning. So well, some of the dog food floated up. Not sure how that happened, but I think that is how I'm going to leave it. I'll just tie this paracord up to a random clump of grass right here, and yeah, there you go. Hopefully now if a flash flood comes, this won't get washed away, even though if one comes, that little twig right there is definitely not going to stay on the side of the bank. But yeah, it is as simple as that. Hopefully I'll come down here tomorrow morning at like 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and there'll be a couple big old crawfish in there, maybe a snake. I did see a snake this morning, a big old water snake in that exact area this morning. Probably going to do a snake catch and cook eventually too. So yeah, I will see y'all in the morning. Well, we're back. Alrighty, it is the next morning. It is time to check the trap, which I believe I threw right in that little gap in the algae and tied off to this little shrub right here, which honestly, yeah, came out of the ground pretty easily. So I can just untie this right there, throw that back there. Slowly bring out the goods. I have a strong feeling we're not going to catch anything, honestly. Heck yeah, dude, I was wrong. Let's see, what do we got? Okay, we have 2 bluegill and 1 massive crawdaddy. Okay, here is the goods that we got in the trap. Not exactly what I was hoping for, but I don't think I can complain at all with the size of this guy. So nothing over there. Right here, first off, we got, oh, he just got me. The biggest crawdaddy I've ever caught out of this pond. Its body honestly isn't all that big, but those chompers, or I guess claws right there, are like 6 inches long. You can see his antennae going crazy. They're him and that. And then we have 1, 2 bluegill that were probably about to get smoked by this big crawdaddy in here, but actually it is not micro bluegill catch and cook today, so I can just, oh! Okay, well both of those gills got back to, what? After saying the bluegill got back to the pond, I was about to talk about the crawdaddy, and I just looked in here and he was gone, and luckily I heard him. Look at him absolutely having a seizure on the ground over here. He can barely move. His claws are so freaking big, but at least I know that he can climb out of that now, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab the bait bucket, fill her on up with just a little bit for this guy, because they're not completely all aquatic creatures, even though they pretty much only hang out in water, so I'm not gonna get a ton. Put that there. Here he is. Dang, now he's in a bad position. If I get him, I'm gonna die. Look at that guy. Insane. I'd actually probably get some claw meat out of there, but I was hoping to get at least like maybe 3 of those guys, but for now, I guess that's gonna do. I'm not gonna eat exactly a ton today for lunch, but I mean, you never know. I'm going to put that there, hop into the Polaris, and drive on up into the woods and make a fire somewhere and start cooking my eensy-weensy little piece of meat for lunch. I just want you to know, that was only my second try at trying to do that. Alrighty, that was actually like extremely fun, so I'm gonna see if I can do it again. Just one try real quick. Alright, again. This knife is not even meant for throwing. It's actually just a skinning knife for like deer or something. Alright, enough shenanigans. It's time to get a fire going. Guess that was in there for my last catch and cook. Time lapse begin. Okay, we got all the wood gathered that we will need. Small twigs, or actually pretty much pine needles and leaves, small twigs, and then bigger sticks, and eventually if I want to I can chop up that dead log, but honestly I probably won't even use that. So now I have to begin making the fire just with a simple fire still. Hopefully, since it's been relatively dry in the last few days, this should catch a spark pretty easily.
2,000 years later.
Oh, here we go. Right here. Birch bark, the most flammable substance in the entire forest. All right. Holy actual crap. I was just trying to take a thumbnail picture with this guy, and he got a hold of me, and I just threw him off me. And he freaking immediately drew blood. I mean, dang, I've been pinched by those guys a lot, and I know they hurt, and that one hurt just as much, but that guy was so strong, he actually drew blood, and a lot of it too. Alright, well, now that the fire is raging and I don't have to doctor that up anymore, normally this is a time when I clean or prepare the animal that I'm cooking, but today I think that I'm just going to cook this guy whole and probably still alive. I might give him a little flick on the noggin, so he doesn't have to suffer. But it's not good to cook them, you know, dead, and you don't exactly fillet them or gut them or anything like you do, I don't know, say a rabbit, squirrel, or bass or something. All you actually do whenever you're eating them is twist off that tail and suck up all the meat. And what's kind of ironic is actually in about 2 hours I'm going to a crawfish boil, so luckily I will not go hungry today. This one guy will just be an appetizer for that at a friend's house. So I think I'm just gonna drop that guy, make sure he doesn't go anywhere with those big old pinchers, and make sure he doesn't get a hold of me, because I'll tell you what, if he gets me again, I might get mad and just throw him right on in the fire. So what I'm gonna do to cook this guy is pretty much wait for the coals and then, well, smack him right in there. Maybe flip him to make sure he gets a thorough cooking, and yeah, that's about it. So I will see y'all whenever that fire right there has turned to coals. Alrighty, well, coals are ready for my man to go in. R.I.P. buddy, although I don't have much sympathy for you because you did completely destroy my finger. So what I'm actually going to do right here, set him onto the chopping block and just get this guy right here. Just give him a quick, there we go, straight through the head. He should be dead now, and he will not feel any pain in the fire. Cool. And just like that, this guy is officially ready to go into the coals. Got a little area cleared out for him right there, at least I hope. That's not exactly where I wanted him to land. I think that's gonna have to do. You can see him, gotta back up a bit, zoom in. You can see him squirming around a little bit, but that is just nerves, because that quick blow straight to the brain is all you need. And you can actually see, just because it is so hot, that his claws are turning from that brownish color to a bright orange. And yeah, I gotta back up before I die. So I'll see y'all in probably only like 2 minutes or something, because he's cooking so fast, when I think he is done and safe enough to eat. Alright, well, that right there looks absolutely amazing, and I might be wrong, but I think that he's probably about done. It's honestly been probably about 2.5 minutes, and I'm gonna go ahead and pull this guy out just because of how orange he is turning. And actually, where I cut him right in the head, it's actually like sizzling and boiling, so these sticks might not be enough. And the reason I just threw him straight in the coals is just because, well, the way you eat these guys is actually you bust open their shell, so it doesn't matter if the outside of them turns completely into dirt. I think I need a bigger stick. Just get him out of those coals so he can cool down at least a little bit. Look at that. Alrighty, well, it's been a few minutes and this guy's not cooled down a ton, but I think that is as good as we're gonna get. As you can see, he turned completely orange, and part of his claw and most of his little legs just completely burned off because of how hot that fire was. I probably should have waited a little while, but like I said, I gotta go to that crawfish boil, so I gotta eat this guy real quick. So he doesn't taste completely like ash, I think I'm gonna dump some of this water that a lot of dead fish and like crawfish have been in on him, because I mean, once again, I'm not gonna be eating the outside. I just want to get the ash off of them. But honestly, I don't know if that water is gonna taste any better or be any safer than just eating plain ash. If you didn't know how to eat a crawfish, here's the tail, here's this big old fat body. You might be able to get some meat out of those claws, but all you do is, while pulling and twisting to get the maximum amount of meat. This guy's pretty tough because he's so cooked. Oh my. That, I don't know about you, but looks like it's cooked to perfection. There she goes. All that white stuff right there is meat. Probably gonna taste like ash, but here it goes. There you go. Tail, you can see it's completely empty. That's all the meat you can get out of this guy, unless you like to suck the heads, which I'm not a big fan of.